Hey guys, Backpacker Mike here, and so I just showed you guys the southernmost point and the southernmost beach and a little bit of the southernmost house. So I am currently in Key West, Florida. You got that right, the furthest part of the United States South. And it's called Key West. Key West, Florida, in the United States, or the Conch Republic as they would like to be called, because at one point they tried to secede from the Union. I will give you some more history on Key West coming up shortly, and I'm going to take a quick walk up Duval Street from one side of the coast to the other. Key West is 2 miles by 2 miles square. So I'm going to walk the length of Duval Street, which is one of the most famous streets, and I'll show you guys a little bit of that, and hopefully I'll get over there for the Sunset Festival. I'll talk to you soon. This is the famous Duval Street. And it goes from one side of the island all the way to the other. And this is one of the most famous streets in Key West, Duval Street. And it's full of shops, restaurants, excursions. So there's a ton of things to do here in Key West. A lot of excursions that I'll go over in a little bit. But I'm here during the end season, and so everything is just booked. And it's very hard to find places to stay. So I'm camping for 2 nights, and tonight being my last night, and I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I have to pack up camp, so to speak, and I haven't been able to find any other place to stay, so I don't have time to do excursions and things like that to show you guys, but I will give you some ideas here in a little bit before the end of the video, or in links at the bottom of the video. There's ghost tours, there's like all kinds of stuff, so I'll get back to you soon about that. Okay guys, I'm trying to hit all of the free things that you can see real quick in Key West before the sun goes down. Like I said, I've been on limited time, but so far I showed you the southernmost beach, the southernmost house, the southernmost point, and now I'm heading to the 0 mile marker, which is the end of the road. The furthest you can go in the United States is 0 mile marker. So we're almost there. And this house right here is actually Ernest Hemingway's house. For those of you in Spain, Ernest Hemingway used to spend a lot of time in Spain, and also I believe in Morocco. But this was his old house, and it is set up as a historical monument to visit. And it is left in the original condition with all of his things in it as it was the day he died. You can see some of the damage from Hurricane Irma still here to the six-toed cat, which is reminiscent of Ernest Hemingway's house. I get it right, because all of the cats that live on his grounds when he lived there and today all have 6 toes. So that's unique to the Hemingway house, and so it's even fitting that there's a place next door called the 6-Toe Cat. Also, the Key West is also home to what's called the Little White House, which was Truman's White House. When he would go away on vacation or whatever, he would come down here to Key West and vacation. And it was called the Little White House, and it was on the Naval station, which is over my left shoulder there. Well, yeah, my left shoulder to your right. And that is over on that direction. Now, since that has been closed down and part of it is being used as a Coast Guard facility, and there is a new naval air base on the northwest side of Key West that is a lot larger than this one. And as some of you may know, I just thought of Jimmy Buffett. For those of you who are Jimmy Buffett fans, I know he's big outside the United States too, but he spends a lot of time in Key West. A lot of his songs are catered to Key West and the surrounding areas, and beach, sun, and fun. And there's also a Margaritaville resort here, and a few other things dedicated to the dubbed son of Key West, Jimmy Buffett. Yeah, there's still, and the locals here are the roosters and the chickens that I've shown throughout the video. You may wonder, why are they out running around loose? That's just the way it is in Key West. They run around everywhere. They're like locals. They go wherever they want to go. So, this looks like an old church that took a bit of a beating from the hurricane. Lost part of its steeple up there. So that's the other thing from Hurricane Irma. There's been I've seen a lot of damage driving down here that's still here 5, 6, 7 months later. So it's kind of disheartening. I know people in Puerto Rico are still suffering pretty bad from the hurricanes that came through. So I just hope that in some way, shape, or form, everyone can find a way to get by and get through this and get back to better times from the hurricanes that came through here in the Caribbean several months ago. So it's a shame, but it's part of living in the tropics. So I just hope that everybody can overcome and everything gets back to the way it used to be, because it's beautiful, and it still is beautiful. So don't hesitate to come to Key West. There's still some damage, but it's not the end. I'll talk to you guys soon. And now we're coming up on the end of US 1, State US 1, and the 0 mile marker. It's the end of the United States, basically. There you go. There's the end. Mile marker 0. Alright, so now we're going to head back up here to Duval Street, and then we're going to head towards the west side, and I'll take you through a quick trip through Mallory Square and some of the pirate history down there, if possible, and then hopefully catch the sunset festival, sundown festival that they have. I don't know if it goes on during the week, but I know for sure on the weekends they do like this big festival for sunset. So you can take sunset cruises and all kinds of things too. So you can watch a sunset and a relatively decent price, between like $35 and $45 US. Now that includes unlimited drinks and sunset and a ride on a catamaran or sailboat. So it's not a bad deal. So let's head down towards Mallory Square and I'll show you some of that. See you soon. Okay, so now we've made Mallory Square. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour of Mallory Square. It's pretty cool. It's got a lot of history in Mallory Square. Old boats. There is the tallest tower in Key West. There's a playhouse here. There's all kinds of stuff here. Shops, pirate museums, and more. So let me show you some. Hey guys, I hope we make the sunset. I think it's almost over actually, but here you go. Welcome to the sunset celebration. And this is where you can find one of the most beautiful sunsets in the world. And as you can see, there are a lot of people here wanting to share it also. Let's see what we can see. Alright, so it's crazy down here. You can see all the crazy other people. Musicians. Trying to get out of this mess. And what you heard there was the horn for the Disney cruise. It played the Disney theme song as it rides off into the sunset for its voyage across the Caribbean. So we just caught the tail end of it. But here's more damage from Hurricane Irma. So hopefully they can get all this rebuilt soon. Alright guys, I'll talk to you soon. So here's a bunch of shops. There's shops everywhere in Key West. Shipwreck Treasure Museum. And so the statue I showed you guys before, the wreckers, this is where they were technically based out of. And they would be way up there on that tower, looking for places that had, or for ships that had wrecked, and then they would go out and attempt to save them. This is Mallory Square, and that's the Key West Aquarium, which the Key West Aquarium is really cool. It's a nice place to go. It's definitely worth the money. You see, it has some of the, you know, what they would have recovered up there. Cotton, furs, I mean, all kinds of stuff. Money, gold, etc. This was basically...